Les Sables roses from none other than the brand of Louis Vuitton. I blind bought this fragrance, not knowing what I was getting. You know, I watched a lot of videos. Well, not a lot of videos because there aren't many out on this. But I watched a few videos, and for some reason, I landed on this. Maybe because it said that it had oud in it. And at the time, you know, I was really like getting into ouds. Now, since then, oud has become somewhat of a strong fragrance to me, and I'm gonna have to approach that a little bit slower. I ended up buying this Sables Rosés. What are my thoughts on this fragrance? Now, right up the top, you got rose, oud, amber, warm, spicy, animalic, metallic, floral, leather, balsamic, and tobacco. Now, what am I actually getting? Definitely getting that rose, you know, the rose with the oud. And the thing about it is, when I first opened this up, I definitely wasn't a fan. You know, I immediately thought to myself, you know, I just spent $473 on a bottle that I absolutely don't like. It smelled kind of feminine to me. But that's when I sprayed it in my car. You know, I had got it and I couldn't wait to unpackage it. I was actually on a shoot. I pulled it out of the package, like in the middle of the shoot. I was shooting a super yacht. And in the middle of the shoot, I went to the car, opened up the package, pulled it out, looked at the bottle, squirted a little bit in my air conditioner in the car, and then let it rip. Like, I was able to get somewhat of a smell, but the smell wasn't something that I actually liked. You know, so I thought to myself, hell, you know, I'll just give it to my wife. Mother's Day is coming up, and she'll be happy. $500 bottle of cologne or perfume, and yeah, it smells, you know, feminine. But, you know, and I actually realized that I went and put my initials on the front of the bottle, so there's no way that I would be able to get away with that for Mother's Day. You know, call me cheap, call me whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So I said, damn, let me go ahead and try it out on the skin. And boy, when I tell you, I gotta stop spraying this stuff. I already put that dent in there, man. But when I sprayed it on the skin, it was a similar smell, but once it dried down, that oud started to protrude. Like, I really could smell the oud, and it wasn't like an overbearing scent. You know, it was like, it was layered. It was just perfect. You know, that's all I can say. It was perfect. And since then, it has absolutely grown on me. It's so crazy. You know, I'm new to this fragrance world. And it's like, I smelled this thing at first and was absolutely turned off. And now I find myself, you know, putting this to my nose on a daily basis just so I can get a good whiff of what it's like. It kind of seems like it might be a narcotic. I mean, I'm not sure, but whatever the case, you know, this is a particular smell that is with me now. Like, I will be looking for this. Is it something that I would buy again? 100% for sure. It has actually became my favorite fragrance. And it's hard for me to say that, you know, it's hard to just nail it down to one particular fragrance that you like, especially, you know, I spent some money in the last few weeks on cologne, but out of them all, you know, this is the one that stands out. You know, I love Baccarat. I love, you know, a lot of my cologne that I recently bought, but none of it has this special smell. This is just different, man. That's the only way that I can say it. You know, it's just different. Oh, man. Now, would I suggest that you go out there and blind buy it? Absolutely not, you know, because it's almost $500. And it's not something that I think everybody's going to like. It's more of an acquired taste, you know, something like coffee. You know, you drink coffee for a while, years go by, you know, you end up acquiring a taste for it. And that's what I see in this. Medicinal, I guess that would be the word that they use to describe something like this. I really don't have much that I can compare these to, but a buddy of mine did let me borrow something that, you know, might stand up to the test, and it's going to be called K. Ali Oudgasm. Rose Oud. And I know that this is like kind of a cheapie, you know, but I smelled it the other day and it didn't smell bad. Now it's definitely not on the level of this. Like this is just different. Like, this is just, narcotic for sure. It's like, it's such a strong smell. Not only that, this is the one that got me my first compliment. I went to Starbucks, they asked me, what do you have on? And, I told them, I got on that's Sables Roses, I don't know how to say it, but they immediately thought I was talking about. Oh, he got on that Louis. That's what he got on that Louis. That's why he smelled like that. And then they proceeded to say, what did you have on yesterday? Which I will reveal in my next video. But, it's safe to say that it's nice, your boys are getting a few compliments here and there. But, that is not why I wear cologne. I don't wear cologne looking for compliments. I do enjoy it. Everybody does. If I said I didn't, I would be lying. But I more enjoy being able to go around and just putting my shirt to my nose and getting a good whiff of something that I actually enjoy, man. Like this is different, and I just don't know how to explain it. Now, $500, and this was 4 of these for $125, so we're looking at $30. So this little bottle right here. No comparison when it comes to price. I will look up the notes in a minute. I don't even spray that. Oh, man, got on me too. Yeah, got on me. Yeah, it's different. Different. A little sweeter. A little more on the perfume side. See, this is gonna be more on the oud side. Like I say, once that thing dried down, the oud protruded more, and you were definitely able to feel it amongst everything else, man. Now this one here is gravitating more toward like that sweetness. Like, yeah, this is definitely more feminine. This is definitely something that a female will have to wear. And I know what you're gonna say, I know I should be putting it on my skin, but oh man, look at that. I was about to spray it again. It's like I can see the liquid on the strip, man. This makes no sense for me to actually spray it again. It's on now. It just ain't dry. It ain't gonna dry like that. But yeah, this is more like a sweet smell. And this one is more of that oud leather. Oh man, it's just so man. And it's crazy, because when I first started my journey, I thought, I went to my friend's house, I smelled a bunch of different colognes. I was looking for a certain scent. When I landed on oud, I figured out this is the scent that I've been looking for. It feels rich, powerful, distinctful. But then, he came to my house, brought a bunch of ouds and sprayed a bunch of oud on me. And I ended up with a headache. I had to go and take a shower before I could even go and lay down, man. I couldn't take it. So I'm really, really trying to navigate my way through this fragrance journey, trying to feel it out and be really authentic, man. And what I can say is this one right here, the K.Ali, for me, it's enough. I would absolutely not wear that, purchase that, do anything with that. I would buy it for somebody as a gift. But that's about it. And that's going to the trash. Maybe I'll light it on fire, maybe an instant or something like that. But this one, would I buy it again? 100 times over. This is something that is going to be in my stable, I believe, until the end of time, unless I find something that's more like it, but just a little bit more powerful. But, oh my man, oh my. Louis Vuitton, the Sables Roses. Go ahead and get your note on that. And let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comments. Like I say, I have purchased some more fragrance and I will be dropping another video real soon. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, ring that bell, do all the fun stuff for your boy DP Photography, also known as the Real Bird. I'm out. I really love this, man. It's crazy, man. Like, for something to come and take over Baccarat, you know, Baccarat is number one. Baccarat was number one. It's still up. They ain't number one. They might be tied. They might be tied. I smell that. They got, yeah, I can't do that. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that, baby, but you are you.